What preceded the main novels of the Witcher saga? How did Yennefer react to the news of Geralt leaving Ciri? And what followed after the attack of Nilfgaard on northern kingdoms? Something More is the last story of the two main short storybooks of Sapkowski. It is a loose sequel to the Sword of Destiny short story. It opens with a Witcher meeting a terrified merchant Jurga in the evening by a bridge. Under the bridge, there are probably hundreds of dead bodies. He promises the merchant to defend him from the monsters that kill those people. For it, he requires something by law of surprise, what the merchant finds at home when he arrives. When the dusk falls, tens of creatures emerge from under the bridge and attack Geralt. He, empowered by the elixir, slays all of them, including the one which jumps onto the merchant, Geralt saving his life. He is though very seriously wounded, and orders the merchant to pour a green hallucinogen to his wound. While fainted, Geralt dreams about Yennefer when they met last time. It was during a celebration of Beltane, where he found her kissing with a blonde-haired man. They talked after a long time, and were envious of all the people around them enjoying themselves, but they couldn't. They were destined for each other. According to Yennefer, that's not enough though. She remembers the time when they were told by the Golden Dragon that Yennefer cannot bear any children. Geralt said he knows it was senseless to make love between them. She doesn't think so though. Yennefer tells Geralt to return to Cintra and find his destiny. The child he left there 6 years after it was born by law of surprise. She says foul times will soon come and that he needs to not give up like last time when he was there. Geralt wakes up on the merchant's cart with wound bleeding. Jurga tells him he fell asleep for a long time and they cross the border and are heading to his hometown in Upper Sodden. He says that the border watch knew Geralt and they call the doctor to meet them later down the road. Geralt faints again from the pain. He dreams about the time when he was last time in Cintra, 6 years after when he took the curse from the enchanted knight Dani. His purpose was to take a look at the child in the eyes of destiny, which was his by the law of surprise. The druid Mousak revealed to him that when the child was born, the queen ordered him to kill him, but before he could escape for this hideous task, she thought it over. Geralt promised him to not tell the secret. Later in the dream, he saw 10 children running around the castle moat, and then met with Queen Calanthe. They had a long conversation about why he came. Firstly, the queen thought he wanted to take the children away. He reiterated that he felt bad about it and doesn't want the child to be taken away from the queen, especially when her daughter is dead and the child is the only thing left for her. Calanthe hated the pity and outbursted on him, saying he needs to take the child. She gave him one try to identify the child and take him home to Kaer Morhen, to make it a witcher through the trials of the grasses. She realized that he doesn't want the children because he has fear. Geralt accepted this statement. He talked about his true mother, who left him. He revealed she was a sorceress. He later renounced the claim on the child, stating that, "I renounce my rights to the boy." Calanthe accepted with a smile and tells him that if he decided to come back, she can give it to him. For some time, it can wait. Geralt awakes and finds a red-haired sorceress healing him in the camp. Her name is Visenna. While she was applying some ointments, he touched her hand a few times, and she shuddered terribly. There was a strong connection. Geralt wishes to look at her and know if the destiny has led them back to each other. But Visenna refuses, saying that it won't change anything. He tells her that Wesemir, the leader of the Witchers, gave him the name Geralt. She disagrees. It's apparent the red-haired sorceress is indeed his mother. She leaves and goes to tend other wounded men. The next day, Jurga tells Geralt about the Battle of Sodden that drove back the Nilfgaardian forces, but killed 14 sorcerers who fought there. There were 22 of them on the hill, and together with the northern forces they fought against the Nilfgaard invasion. Only 8 of them came alive. There is a monument listing the dead sorcerers' names. Jurga claims he remembers all of them since they are heroes of the local people. He names the first few, among them Triss Merigold, which Geralt knew. Geralt goes on the top of the hill, still a bit wounded and out of condition. He remembers the encounters with the sorceresses listed, before meeting death in the form of a young fair-haired woman with cold blue eyes. She reads him the last name on the monument, Yennefer of Vengerberg. Heartbroken, Geralt asks Death to take him, but she refuses. He claims she already took literally everything from her. Jurga finds him later there, exhausted, and tells Geralt that he knows the names, and the last is not Yennefer. Geralt revokes his law of surprise after Jurga offers one of his sons for Witcher training. In the last dream of this story, Geralt recalls meeting Dandelion soon after Nilfgaard began marching across the continent. Geralt saves Dandelion and promises him to cross him the river Yaruga after he wants to go to Cintra. Dandelion tells him that Cintra has fallen, with Calanthe throwing herself from the castle walls, and all of the nobility committing suicide inside the keep. After 4 days, Nilfgaard stormed the castle and keep altogether. Ciri is missing and assumed dead, as are all of the other people from the castle. Agonized, Geralt asks Dandelion if he believes in destiny, and claims that even if 2 people are destined for each other, there must be something more for that destiny to mean anything. Woken up from the dream, finally after all the struggles, Geralt and Jurga arrive at the merchant's house. Jurga's wife has a surprise. She has taken in a young girl orphaned in the attacks. Jurga meets with 2 of his sons, but the girl runs past him, right towards Geralt. She is revealed to be Ciri, who escaped from Cintra. It is not revealed how. Ciri and Geralt embrace, and Ciri asks if she is his destiny, to which Geralt responds that she is something more, much more. And that is the ending of the last short story from the first 2 Witcher books. Thanks for watching. That's all for this time. Feel free to subscribe, since I'll see you again in a few days with another story about Geralt the Witcher.